Welcome to Marfin, the Marketing Manager. I'm Andrew Burke, lead developer and CTO of Marfin, and I'd like to show you how Marfin works. Using the Marfin platform will change your approach to marketing forever. Now all the marketing theory you learned at school will make much more sense. The practical application of all this theory you learned will become clear because Marfin is based on over 30 years of international marketing experience and was designed by a marketing practitioner for marketing practitioners. But what is Marfin? Marfin is an interactive marketing planning system that assists marketing professionals in managing a brand. It will simplify the life of brand managers and make them more efficient and more creative. What does Marfin mean? It is a combination of the words marketing and financial. You may have heard of the 4 P's of marketing strategy: product, price, place, and promotion. Well, Marfin has a 5th: profit. At Marfin, we strongly believe that the correlation between the cost and the potential gain of a marketing campaign should play an essential role when developing a marketing strategy. Now, let us see the Marfan model. This model covers the entire marketing process. Here's how the information flows. In step 1, we analyze the market development and prepare a market forecast. Step 2 is a competitive analysis. We analyze the sales and share developments of the major brands. Based on the competitive situation, we will develop our sales, shares, and profit objectives. At this point, we need to check the financial picture. We need to analyze whether the market growth can guarantee sufficient sales and profits to meet corporate objectives. If no, we go back to corporate management and jointly evaluate whether we should continue with more modest objectives. In some cases, the prudent decision might be to withdraw from the market entirely. If yes, though, then we continue to develop a marketing strategy to obtain our goals. The marketing strategy is a function of the sales and brand share objectives. Let's not forget that each sales objective requires a different marketing strategy, and each marketing strategy will produce different financial results. Therefore, after the marketing strategy has been developed, we go back and check the profit picture again. The crucial question is, did we succeed in developing a marketing strategy that meets corporate sales and profit objectives? If yes, we go ahead and implement the plan. If no, we go back to section 2 and we will need to develop new sales and share objectives. In summary, Marfin assists marketing professionals in developing strategies for each element of the marketing mix, and then combining them into a business plan. The goal of designing Marfin was to offer marketing professionals a digital tool that makes their everyday tasks easy, creative, and even fun. Marfin accomplishes all of this by breaking down the marketing planning process in a creative way into over 250 smart charts and graphs according to the elements of the marketing mix. Each element of the marketing mix represents an individual section: market, market share, financial, product, price, distribution, advertising, and promotion. And finally, all these individual strategies are combined into a marketing plan. Each section consists of a series of charts which are needed for fundamental business analysis and strategy development. Accordingly, each section also has its own strategy development model. Here's an example of the market section model. The Marfin models take you through the planning process step by step. First, analytical charts, and then decision-making charts. Let's see how the data flows within the market section. Charts 1.1 to 1.6 analyze the market development, and then we make the final forecast in chart 1.7. Chart 1.9 analyzes the market trend, and finally, the strategy decisions are made in chart 1.10. It is essential to have an information system where the data is accessible at a click. And that is why Marfin created a new concept, the SmartDatabase. What is a smart database? It is a database where the data is entered and stored in its marketing context within a pre-programmed spreadsheet. As you enter or change information, the full marketing model is updated in real time. While many systems use charts to analyze data, Marfin uses them as living sources for data entry, storage, and analysis. These are some of the unique features of MARFIN. A smart database provides the following advantages. It identifies the information that is needed for the analysis. The user will always know what information is available and what information is still missing. Here, for example, you can see the difference column shows in red where the totals don't add up yet and by how much they're off, because some data is missing. We now know we need information on brand 1's sales. In addition, the user will immediately understand the strategic role of each number entered. And last but not least, it keeps records of the origin and the quality of the data entered. Let us take chart 1.1 as an example. This is a simple chart where we enter the market data according to the regions. The chart structure is based on geography. You can decide in the setup whether there should be one or more regions. It's your decision. Now here's how you enter the numbers in the chart. You can see here how flexible these charts are. You can enter unit data or value data, and you can specify the currency as well. The program allows you to change the order of magnitude for easier display, and it even automatically calculates pre-programmed columns, such as the simple growth rate here. The last component of a smart database is the source of data button at the bottom of each data entry chart. Here we record the origin of the data and our observations concerning its quality. There is also a space to record what data is missing and what our future market research needs may be. All the information related to this chart is entered here for future reference, right next to and linked to the chart itself. An essential part of the smart database is MARFIN's other unique concept, the smart chart. The smart database and the smart chart work together to provide you with a unique and powerful marketing platform. What is a smart chart? It is a chart that has a predetermined task to perform within a marketing framework. The structure of each chart and the corresponding specially designed functions make MARFIN unique. Let me demonstrate this by explaining how chart 1.3 works. First, in the top menu, MARFIN lists the information that needs to be entered in the chart. This is a general list. It might need adaptation later if your business has special characteristics. Next, by clicking on the question mark at the end of the title of the chart, you can access the description of the chart's objective. Every chart plays a special role in the marketing process, and every chart will provide you with special insight into your business. For example, this chart's objective is to calculate the number of product users to be used in Forecast 3. What really makes the MARFIN charts unique are the function buttons under each chart. The first button is Forecast. We find the Forecast button under those charts where the marketing tasks involve trend analysis and forecasts of one or more variables, such as market size, product users, brand shares, or advertising spending. The MARFIN forecast uses standard time series methods such as moving averages and exponential smoothing. If your company uses more sophisticated forecasting models, we can easily incorporate them into our platform. With the Chart Explanation button, we can access a description of how the chart functions. It lists the data that MARFIN enters. These are numbers that were entered from or calculated by other charts. It also lists the data we need to enter and finally describes the calculations that MARFIN performs. By clicking on Marketing Tasks, first we find a description of the marketing concepts relevant to each specific chart. Here, MARFIN explains the special role each chart plays in the marketing decision-making process. By describing the task of a chart, MARFIN translates the raw information into practical applications, its meaning in real life. In addition, it lists the marketing tasks we need to perform and the strategic conclusions that we need to draw. It explains the chart's strategic meaning and how the results of the analysis will affect subsequent charts. For example, chart 1.10 is the chart where we develop the final market strategy. All the necessary information is shown in this chart. The first column indicates the results of our market maturity analysis carried over from chart 1.9. The next columns show projected sales for the end of the planning period and current sales for reference. The planner's task is to rank the markets according to their importance to the brand in the last column. In the subchart, MARFIN automatically resorts the regions according to the planner's rank entered in the main chart. The subchart indicates that the planner's task is to decide the strategy to follow in each individual market. Growth, maintain, harvest, or terminate, and select the appropriate one in the last column. Assumptions. By clicking on the Assumptions button, we can enter our own context information into the marketing plan. Here we can record the assumptions we made during the planning process for each chart. We cannot emphasize enough how useful this option is. These notes will help refresh our memory down the road. They will also be helpful to monitor the marketplace. If the environment changes, this feature lets us easily figure out which assumptions were wrong and why, so that we can make the proper adjustments. Another unique concept Marfin has developed is the subchart. Generally, we enter data only in the main chart. The purpose of the subcharts is to use Marfin's analytical capabilities and display the information entered in the main chart in a number of creative ways, providing a unique insight into the business, which in turn will help fine-tune our strategies. See a detailed description of Marfin's data handling in the article, How Does Marfin Make the Numbers Talk? You can find it in the blog on our website. To understand how Marfin rearranges the numbers in several creative ways can best be demonstrated by Chart 2.4, which contains the final forecasts, our brand's forecast, and the sales forecast of the major competing brands. Once the final forecast numbers are entered in the main chart, we can evaluate the market situation at a click by looking at the various subcharts. Chart 2.4.1 shows the total change in share per brand and region over our forecast period. Chart 2.4.2 shows which brands are gaining market share and which brands are losing market share over the forecast period and by how much. Chart 2.4.3 shows which regions are important and which are weak based on a dynamically calculated average market share for each year. With all this information updated in real time and available at a click, we can easily see whether our sales and share objectives are realistic or if we need to return to previous charts to make new projections. Last but not least, many smart charts in Marfin are accompanied by graphs. We are all familiar with how graphs and charts work together. The Marfin graphs are unique because, like the subcharts, they show the development of the key values over time or compare them in a specific year according to the selected variable. Rolling over data points will show more detailed values. You can also hide data sets as needed to help clarify your analysis. The structure of each chart and the corresponding specially designed functions make Marfin unique. These creative charts are the essence of Marfin. Marfin is an interactive system. It provides only the necessary information to make data-based and wise decisions. It is you, not the program, who makes those decisions. Although the program will take you through the planning process step by step, it will keep you in charge. This concludes our quick tour of Marfin. We trust that you will find Marfin not only improves your efficiency and creativity, but that it is also a lot of fun to use. Try our full-featured free demo now by clicking on the links here or visiting emarfin.com. And please send us your feedback at info@emarfin.com. Thank you.